Yeah, this is Larry Yeager at Yeager Cycle, and let's do a little windshield install informational video here on putting a windshield on a 2024 Street Glide. Pretty simple process, but maybe a little bit more involved than what it was in the past years. Wind splitters, Harley-Davidson wind splitters is the accessory windshields. They sell a 5-inch, an 8-inch, and a 10-inch. On a 5-inch, you can simply take your stock windshield off and put the 5-inch right back on there. On an 8 and a 10, you got to have an adapter kit that raises and tilts the windshield up just a smidge, and to go on an 8 and a 10. So anyway, I'm going to show you here. It takes a 25 Torx. There's 4 screws. There's plastic washers under each bolt, so make sure you get those. Put my pistol back in its holster. And just like that, the stock windshield comes off. The mount plate stays right on there. And again, if you're going with a 5-inch Harley-Davidson wind splitter, you put your 5-inch on there and roll. Put your screws back in and tighten it back down. Now, if you're going to an 8-inch, that's a little different story. It's a little bit more work. I'll show you what you got to do on that. You got to have these adapters. These plastic adapters, and then these are for 8 and 10-inch windshields. So basically, these adapters are going to replace these flat adapters right here. So, same 25 Torx. Take these 4 screws out. There is a screw underneath of there, so those little adapter plates will not fall off yet. So we get them off, get those 4 screws out. This plate here just simply lifts off of there. One other thing I want to warn you about is these these windshield brackets just slide in. They can fall out, so make sure you keep an eye on those. But when you turn that dude over, there's some 25 Torx on the back side, okay? So we will take our same 25 Torx. And this adapter is pretty simple. Take that one off. Make sure you get the correct side. It says right and it says left. And there is a locator pin right here that you can see that goes in that slot. Right there, goes right in that slot. So you just put him in there. Put that same bolt in there. Come back over to the other side, do the same thing. Left side on the left side. Make sure you get your locator in there. Goes just like that. They actually had different locators. There's a locating pin for the left side right there. There's a locating pin for the right side right there. So the truth is, it's very hard to interchange them. You almost can, if they're on there right, there's no way to interchange them. Okay, once you've done that, you can now slip your windshield plate back on there. Put your 25 Torx back in there. And this is what this is going to do. These adapters is going to pitch that windshield at a higher angle, so it gives you a little more wind coverage. And again, these brackets are required on 8 and 10-inch windshields. Done deal. Now we're going to grab our 8-inch windshield. That's what I've chose. Put that dude right on there. Make sure you got your plastic washers on each bolt. Get them started. I use a battery operated tool, but it's a very light duty one, and it is set to a very light torque, so you don't have to worry about over tightening them. Just like that. Tighten them 4 screws down. And there you have it. That's a windshield change on a 24 Street Glide.